Hello friends, Sam here. I know it's been a while since I made a pretty good video. This won't be too long, I don't think. I don't got much to say, but there's some things that have been on my mind recently. Yesterday I was talking to my friend. Um, you know how on social media, how they have these golf mommies that are like inappropriately dressed and wearing next to nothing? Well, kids, gather round. I'm going to tell you a story about the way it was when I was growing up in the early 2000s. Gothic people were not sexual or dirty. They just wanted to be left alone, man. They didn't want to be bothered. They hated their parents. They hated the world. And it seems like as time went by, things have changed. Like, I think that now on social media, there's, these pale white women that look like they've never been outside, and they're showing off their breasts and their behinds and their legs. Now, I don't understand that. For the life of me, I can't understand why that was the case, why that happened. So there's that. But anyhow, I digress. I wanted to get on here and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the project that I'm currently working on. I have a friend of mine, my cousin, he's also a friend. I have a cousin that edits films, that writes screenwriting, does screenwriting for his friends' projects, and he's got a really good concept for a revolutionary type movie, and the type of movies and TV shows I'd like to make are definitely revolutionary. I'm not going to go into his project because I don't think he's, forever protected, and I don't want you to steal his idea because I love him and I wouldn't do that to him. No, what happened yesterday, I'll tell you something weird that happened yesterday. See, it was just me and Mom and my dog here, and my mom just happened to be looking out the window, and there was somebody burning brush, like way back there, like outside my house, like beyond the backyard and all that. I don't have any fence or anything, so I was able to see everything. And my mom recorded it, and she even called the fire department. So there's that. That happened, I guess. I'll tell you a little bit about the projects I'm currently working on because I have my projects protected. My main project that seems to be gonna be the most successful is called Super Sam, and it's about a guy who is half human, half alien, I guess you could say. His father was a descendant of a certain type of race species called the Samites, and he was one of the original Super Sams. And then eventually his son James ends up taking on the mantle of Super Sam, which I think is pretty cool. And he ends up becoming the protector of the multiverse. And I'm a Christian man. I don't want to, mess with Christianity or religion. But in this movie that I'm working on, there's an ancient race called the Architects that were created before time. And the Architects are the ones that created the multiverse. And but the movie starts out before before the Bible even was documented, before God created the earth. He had a wife named Terra who ended up becoming Mother Nature. However, after Jehovah and Tara had a baby, Tara had to pass away because there can only be one creator per universe. And so she dies. And her daughter, the creation, ends up becoming the first timekeeper of the multiverse somehow. It's really, really interesting. I'm really into it. Yeah. Another thing that really bothers me is how, Facebook, I try to be on Facebook. I try to do things on Facebook. I try to, keep up with the funny videos and the information and all that jazz. But, it's like, they have to be gross and inappropriate, these AI videos. I don't understand that. When I was growing up in the early 2000s, we didn't have smartphones for a long time. I mean, the iPhone was out there, but nobody around my family could afford the iPhone. Well, my mom and dad couldn't afford an iPhone. My family in Texas could, buy all the iPhones they had at the store, but that's another story. But I am not very tech savvy, in case you haven't realized that already. I just miss the old days. My life from the day I was born till about the day I turned 4 was the most easiest, nicest time of my life. Because after I turned 4, my childhood was thrown away because of an addiction that I got from my father. But, if you watch my videos, you already know about that. So, I'm trying to remember what topic I wanted to say to you guys. I had something in mind, and I forgot what it was. It slips my mind for a second. Anyway, so starting next week, I'm going to start a new segment starting tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I know on Friday, I'm going to start this new segment called Fun Fact Friday, where I come on here and I tell you a fun fact that I have picked out. But starting tomorrow, I think I'm going to do a segment called Today in History. So you stay tuned for that. I'm going to drop some knowledge on you about what happened yesterday in the history of the world. Maybe just the U.S. I am a true patriot. I love the United States so much. It's like I'm a patriot and all that. I know that's what's going on right now in the country. It's pretty messed up. It's getting to the point where it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Nobody really likes Trump anymore, our president. And there's some people that do, but the politicians a lot of them are kind of splitting away from him. When I was growing up, I watched CNN my whole life. I've watched the local news my whole life. And I don't understand why a little kid would sit and watch the 5 o'clock news while eating his dinner. I never understood why I was into the news so much, but I was. And then eventually I realized that I wanted to watch the news to make sure everything was okay, that I didn't have to duck and cover or protect my family or anything like that. I'm very protective of my family. My family means everything to me, and I'd be nothing without my family. I gotta have my family. I do. I need my family. My family, I think, needs me a little bit, too. I know my mother does. My dog. Yeah. Anybody remember those old Burger King kids meal toys they used to have growing up, in the early 2000s? They were awesome. They were so cool. And like, and the Happy Meal toys at McDonald's were okay. Nothing that really bothers me about, kids meal toys these days, like from the Happy Meals. Like, the whole point of getting a Happy Meal toy is to unplug from technology and play with a plastic toy for like an hour or two until you get bored. Now, if you go to McDonald's, you get a Happy Meal toy, you have to scan a QR code on your device, on your parent's phone, to play with your toy. And I find that ridiculous. It's just stupid. I hate it. You know? Like, I don't understand it. Like, I have a smartphone and I have a tablet, right? I don't really want one. Not really. I mean, I just have a phone to, in case people need me. But yeah, I have a smartphone. But I don't know many companies that makes flip phones anymore, like old button-down flip phones. Unless you get like a jitterbug or something. And I'm not getting a jitterbug because I don't want to look old. I mean, I know I'm turning 30 this year, but I don't want to look like I'm turning 55, if you catch my drift, I just have a lot on my mind. And, maybe later today I'll drop a day in history, maybe later today, but life's hard, man. Life is hard. But, it's, you're the author of your own story, you can choose how you live. Nobody can do that for you. Nobody can choose how you live for you. You have to learn that on your own. Anyway, see you later.